Let me tell y'all something, man. For anybody, that's why I'm about to get real serious on you right now. For anybody who listen to this dumb bitch right here, I don't give a f- you think I'm being mean. You think I should be, oh, Corey, be more tactful than that. No, f- this bitch right here. And if there's one thing that's worse than a racist, is a dumb racist. Stupid. Because that means not only are you racist, but you're spreading hatred and ignorance, together is a very dangerous thing.
Well, it's more dangerous because she thinks she's smart.
Yeah. No. This bitch right here. And I don't give a f- if you think I'm being sexist or if you think I'm just being lazy with my language. No, because apparently, that's what happens when you're nice about things. That's what happens when you try to sit up here and talk like you have some sense. People don't listen to you. If I was to sit up here and say, Martin, I feel for this young lady. She is very misinformed. She's very ignorant and she doesn't understand what she's saying. Perhaps just trying to communicate with her and talk to her about history would help her. No.
I don't know, Corey. I think she's just dumb.
No, I think she's a dumb fucking bitch. Now you hear me. Because the shit that she's saying is extremely dangerous. And if you listen to this dumb shit, then that means that you're part of the problem. Let me tell you guys what's wrong here, man. For anyone who does not understand why Aunt Jemima, Aunt Jemimey is a problem, then either you are ignorant to the point where we can talk. I mean to say that bad in a bad way. I'm not trying to call you names. You're ignorant and you need to be told why, which is what I'm trying to do right now. Or you just don't give a f- and you really want people to stay in their place. It's just pancake mix. Jesus Christ, you guys. Get on with it. Get over it. Let me explain to you, man.
Preach, brother.
I will. The mammy, which is what Aunt Jemima is, that is a mammy. I don't give a f- if she slimmed down and got a perm. That it has its origins in the mammy stereotype, and that is one of the most insidious stereotypes that we have. Everybody thinks the coon and the jigaboo and all those things out there, the Uncle Toms. No, man. Uncle Tom is up there. Uncle Remus is up there. But the thing with the mammy is one of the most insidious ones we have because the mammy encompasses this whole image of the happy slave.
Yeah.
This whole thing of the slave that was so happy that in this case, she turned her life over to her owners, her masters, the people that she worked for, often over her own family. Eager to please, happy for the opportunity. That's why I hate this movie so much. Because they're always trying to pass off this image of the mammy as being somebody that was happy to be in their position. That's why I hate the film, Gone with the Wind. We showed you this before. This whole thing with Scarlett and her mammy. And by the way, like we said, this actress, Hattie McDaniel, couldn't even come in to the front of the theater to get her shit. They treated her like she was a real mammy.
Oh, yes, and you is. You was going to eat every mouthful of this. You can't show your bosom for 3 o'clock.
All she happened, just looking after her with every step. The sad fact with the mammy and the reason why this is so bad is because with this image of her trying to be happy, happy to serve, being a mammy was a demeaning existence.
Sure.
If there was any happiness out of it, it was out of just ignorance. And the sad history of Aunt Jemima, you can read about this. Now, this is what makes me mad about this. I told you this other day, almost 30 years ago, I made a video in college as to why this shit has to go. Mm-hmm. That, Uncle Ben's, and that cream of wheat motherfucker. All that shit has to go. And it ain't about, is it going to make a difference if it leaves or not? The sad history with Aunt Jemima is that they've exploited this woman and kept her being a stereotype. Nancy Green, man, former slave from Kentucky, hired to be the spokesperson for Aunt Jemima to sell the image of the happy slave.
Yeah.
She practically did minstrel shows at trade shows because she was saying about how great the South was. And when they would do different trade shows around town, the whole catchphrase was, "I's coming to town, honey." Meanwhile, this woman got, you talk about, okay, here's where this fucked up thing is about the American dream. This thing that this stupid ass right here is talking about. This was her American dream. She didn't get shit for those ads right there, for that depiction of her. She went back to be a servant for the rest of her life and died so poor and so unknown, she couldn't even get a headstone on her grave. She didn't get a headstone until like this maybe what was it like about? No, I think the late 90s or something. I don't know, man. It was it was a long time after she died before anybody even paid attention to her grave. Notice she's talking about how, marches, they don't end racism. Because what they don't want is they don't want people out there fighting for their rights. They don't want people out there being loud for whatever reason.
Or uniting.
Yes. That's a great point, man. They don't want people uniting. It could be the most peaceful protest, and they will still find a way to spin it.
No, she's there to say, "Come on, y'all. That's what happened to the racism.
Yeah,
can't we go back to that? Remember how good that was?
You really think black people loved all these years? I mean, that pancake syrup is good. I ain't gonna lie, but you really think black people all these years were happy seeing this shit? I'm tired of people telling us what we should accept and what we shouldn't. Let me ask you a question. Let me go back to what I was saying earlier. I'm going to ask you something. After seeing all this shit right here and thinking that black people like seeing this, this is the equivalent of, imagine Jews having to buy a bottle of syrup, and there's a goddamn concentration camp victim on there just happy to be selling you pancake syrup. It's the same goddamn thing. I'm tired of people telling us that we had to accept our images of dehumanization